Hello everyone and welcome back to Lindsay Unfiltered. And today we will be looking at Nick Godejohn's mother's interview. Her interrogation of sorts. We have done Gypsy Rose's interrogation, Nick Godejohn's interrogation, and I thought it would be pretty insightful to also include a close member of Nick Godejohn's family into the mix as well. Now we're going to split this into two parts, with the first half of the interview being the first part and the second half of the interview being the second part. If you like videos like this that cover true crime, controversy, scandal, with a twist of humor, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are currently at 1,601 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of my subscribers. Now, I know the Gypsy Rose content is a very hot button issue on the channel, so we will definitely double down on that with more Gypsy Rose topics. It's been kind of quiet from her as of late. Now, upon strong information and belief, Nick Godejohn's mother has since passed away. A lot of people say that her son going to prison for life without the possibility of parole may or may not have contributed to this. It's a plausible theory, but we have to consider everything about a person. We can't just jump to conclusions in saying that, okay? Now, without further ado, we're going to go into Stephanie Goldhammer's interview, which is Nick Godejohn's mother. And let's see what insight we can pull from her interview with the same detective that interviewed Nick. Okay, guys, and here we are with Nick Godejohn's mother's police interview, and I have to thank Crime for Dummies for making this content available for us to consume and analyze. So make sure to go check out Crime for Dummies. Okay, thank you guys so much. All right, now I'm gonna play. Let's go.
Oh, thank you for coming. I bet you're wanting your phone back.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you just a little bit about what's going on, okay? As you know, Nicholas was charged with first-degree murder and armed criminal action. And what happened is he got a bus ticket and he came to Springfield, which is where I live and work. And he and Gypsy conspired to kill her mother. He stabbed her numerous times in the back while she slept in her bed. They cleaned up the area. He had a hotel room.
They cleaned up, it was all like...
They cleaned up some blood that was in the house. They got a hotel room. They hung out until they can get the bus ticket to come back here. Things that were recovered from your house, and did they leave you a list to tell you the things that were recovered?
No.
Okay. I don't know what the laws are here, but like when we do a search warrant where I live, we have to leave a list of everything that we took.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that your husband might remember is that recently Nicholas received a package in the mail.
Yeah, okay. I don't know about it, but if he says, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that was the knife that he had stabbed her to death, and they mailed it from their house there to your house.
Are you serious?
Yes, ma'am. And that was located in your house.
It's just, my son has never done anything violent, so it's like...
That's what he said.
Oh my God.
He said that he's never... what do you think about this?
I don't know. I know that once he started going down there, we always keep a close watch on him because he has...
I think she said Asperger's, but I'm going to stop it here and notice how Nick and his mother have the same accent. I noticed that here. I haven't listened to this yet, but I'm noticing they have the same accent. And what I'm getting from the mother is mostly shock, complete shock. Shock to the point where she doesn't know whether to cry, scream, or do what. It's just shock. Like, are you serious? There's no way. He's never done anything violent before. That's a big thing, because generally in someone who commits a heinous act, there's like a history of it or something like that. So for her to say, there's no history of him being violent. I mean, there could have been history of him being violent, but did she know about it? Did she know about the Christian dating site? Did she know about all his multiple personalities or different sides of himself that had some dark thoughts, some dark ideations? Did she know about that? It's giving that she didn't know anything about Nicholas's life besides what he let her know.
And that's
Is
why
he being diagnosed with? Okay.
So that's why we kind of, treat him like when he was last doctor he talked to, they said his mind is probably always going to be 15, 16, right around there. So we always try to keep a close watch on him. When he said he wanted to go down there, I mean, I was a basket case. I'm like, you've never been out on your own, you know what I mean? The last time he didn't tell us, though.
Okay.
He got a cab and never said anything to us, and I saw a taxi pull up in my driveway.
Okay.
And I ran out there right as he was loading his stuff, and I'm like, where are you going? He's like, well, I didn't think you were going to let me go. I'm like, well, I mean, why would, it's not okay for you to just take off. You don't tell us where you're going. So he's never done anything like this. Nothing violent, you know what I mean? That's why I'm in shock.
Okay.
I
think he's madly in love with this.
I know. It's like, even when I try to talk to him about, there's plenty of girls out there. You're a good-looking kid. Why don't you meet a girl at church or something, He just, that's the way it works, though, when you have what he has. It's like your mind focuses on one thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
So, I never thought he'd do something like this, though.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just trying to hold it together because I don't want to lose it right now.
I know.
I have a little boy at home.
I know.
And trying to explain to him, hey, you're never going to see your brother again. Or, you know what I mean? It's like...
Does he have many friends?
Nick?
Yeah.
He hangs out with his cousin, but his cousin's a good kid.
Okay.
I mean, they're good kids. They don't...
Did his cousin know anything about this?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, she's like an angel.
Is he in shock over this?
I don't know if his cousin knows. I haven't had my phone.
Okay.
They threw me down on the ground, took us to the school, and I haven't talked to anybody.
Okay.
I mean, I just called my work today, and nobody knew.
Okay.
Nobody knew what happened, thank God, but I don't know. How are we, just for us to get down there to see him or trial or whatever, is someone that can
This
make
is what's
contact
going to
with us?
happen. He'll be presented with some paperwork for extradition.
Okay.
The way he talks, he's gonna sign papers to be extradited.
Okay.
He'll be taken back to Missouri.
Okay.
Once he's in Missouri, he'll be at the Greene County Jail in Springfield, Missouri, and that's where his trial will be and everything will be there
Okay.
in that area.
Will someone be in contact with us? So we...
He's an adult. He'll have to make contact with you
Okay.
himself.
Okay.
He will have like phone access and things like that in our county. I don't know what they do here.
Right.
He'll be here for at least 30 to 90 days.
Okay.
So you might get with this county and make arrangements for visits and stuff like
Okay.
that. He did want you to know, he said that you would be a basket case, is his words,
Yeah.
and that he said that to make sure that we let you know that he loves you. And I told him that we would. And he's really in love with this gypsy. And he did tell me, I interviewed him for a long time, and he told me that that he did it because he loves her and he wants to be with her, and he thought this was the only way that they could do that. So...
That's the thing that sucks, is that he's such a good kid. He's a good kid. He's not, he's definitely not built for prison. I'm just in shock.
The mom said he's a good kid, he's not built for prison, he's not who you're describing him to me as, which is fair. We can take her words as they are, but I don't think any mother wants to see their child in prison. So if given the opportunity to fight for their child not to be in prison, they would say whatever they need to say for that not to happen, right? So I don't know what she noticed. I don't know what she observed. But do I believe that she thought that her son was a all in all okay kid, okay grown adult that just needed some help in different directions? Yeah, I think that's what she thought. I think she knew that Nicholas needed additional guidance, which is why if you go back to when we read the text messages, Gypsy said that Nick was getting blown up by his mother, worried sick about where Nick was, what Nick was doing, because Nick was out there on his own. That wasn't like Nick. It wasn't like Nick to get up and just go get a taxi and go somewhere. It wasn't like Nick to catch a bus and just go somewhere because a girl wanted him to. It wasn't like him. It was more like him to check in with his family. His family knows they're all on one accord. So for the mother to feel that feeling in her stomach, like, hey, let me check on Nick, she probably, had a feeling like, I need to make sure my kid's okay. My son's okay, So I definitely do think there was some type of mother's intuition there on Stephanie's part here.
There's no way we would have tied him to his bed.
Yeah.
Even when that cab pulled up, I just got this feeling of where's he going?
What did you think
I literally just said that. I haven't seen this, by the way.
about Gypsy?
It was weird because when I picked him up from the bus station,
What day did you pick him up?
I want to say his ticket he told me was for Thursday morning, but like my husband said, he thought it was the next day, so maybe I could have got it wrong. But I even asked her, "How's your mom doing? How was your because I was told she was in a homeless shelter. Her mom kicked her out, so I asked her how her mom was doing. This might have been the first thing I asked her, and no big deal. They acted like nothing. We just don't see eye to eye, And then, how did the conversation go? It wasn't real long, but she kept saying, "Oh, ma'am, I'm a good, I'll clean and I'll get a job." And I'm thinking to myself, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? I thought you'd maybe stay here for a week or something. I don't know. But, so it wasn't normal. My husband said when I was at work, she came down and made food. It was just weird.
Did she ever say anything or do anything that made you question anything about her?
No, because they just kind of...
So, basically, what his mother's saying is that they didn't even know Gypsy was coming to live with them, or Gypsy was coming to stay with them for an extended period of time. Maybe thought, okay, Nick's going to get a girlfriend and she's going come and hang out for a couple of days, but Gypsy made it clear that she had nowhere else to go, and she was going to be a member of the family. She was moving herself in there against the will of this mother and her husband, and I feel like, who does that,
hung out next room and whatever, watch TV or whatever.
And Gypsy, you did all of this, and you could have done all of this. What this lady's explaining, saying barged in her home, said you're going to move in, picked up a cot. You could have done all of that without unaliving your mother. You could have got on that bus and went up there to Nick's parents' house. And you could have moved in. And you could have had a perfect little imperfect family with them. And left Dee Dee there. Unharmed. She was sleeping. I don't get it. You would not have gotten charged for that. You would not have ever been in trouble for that. So, I'm so confused on what that motive was. It was deeper than, this is the only way for us to be together, because it's obviously not. You guys were together. You snuck out. You guys wanted to do that to fulfill something.
I can't even, it's incomprehensible what's going on right now. I haven't even talked to any of my family members.
So when was he diagnosed with
Well, he's had it since he was a kid.
Did he graduate
kindergarten.
high school?
He did.
Okay, from where?
Nathan Hale.
Okay.
He's from West Dallas.
Okay. Did he go to any college?
No, he did take like computer courses, but as far as like a college enrollment, no.
Okay. Has he ever lived outside the home?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
He says he gets lonely quick. Is that true?
You know,
He says he...
I guess he's been talking to her for a couple of years that
Okay.
I know of.
Okay, talking to this gypsy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but we always...
I love how the detective throws shade at Gypsy Rose. Every time she addresses Gypsy Rose or says Gypsy Rose's name, she says, "This gypsy." Like, girl, this gypsy, that gypsy. Like, she is sick of her. She didn't interview her, but I feel like the detective, in my opinion, allegedly feels like this boy was manipulated by this gypsy. You know, I can feel that coming from her tone. Or she could just be talking to the mother and wants to be respectful or wants to shift the narrative a certain way to get information about this gypsy. You know, police officers are very cunning in that way to try to make it seem like they're on your side, they're on your team, you know?
I always try to talk to him about dating someone around here or, you know.
Yeah.
Because one of my friends let me know something was on Facebook about her, saying she was trying to get pregnant.
Wow.
I'm like, are you kidding me? I had a long conversation with her about it. I was like, are you kidding me? What? I mean, that freaked me out right there. I mean,
Do you think that she was trying to get pregnant?
I don't know.
We should probably give her a pregnancy test, huh?
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'll let them know
if you
there.
look at her Facebook account, it's on there.
Okay. What was the name on her Facebook?
There were like a couple of them, but hers, their names are like together on one of them. You know what? I could probably pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, if you don't mind. That might help us
I can't
out.
believe that. I don't know. I'm just in shock. Let me go on mine.
I did say in shock.
No internet connection. You know what? It's I would just go under like Gypsy, Nicholas Rose, or their names together. They're like I know Nicholas is in there and I know Gypsy's in there and I think Rose might be in there.
Okay.
It's like they had
What was the Rose? Is that her?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I know, I know nothing about her. All I know is that I said the first time I went down there, I said, Nick, you can't, if a parent doesn't want you around their kid, that's the way it is, that's her parent.
Yeah.
What do I teach you? What respect? You have to respect people. And
How old do you think she is?
I was told she was 19.
Okay.
How old is she?
Well, we have information. She's 17, 19, and 23. So, the problem is that, I'll just tell you, I don't know if you've seen the news media. Did you see
I won't
Springfield?
even turn the TV on.
Okay. Well, this is the situation with Gypsy, is that her mom, it's my understanding her mom had her pretend like she was like 16 years old, and they would push her around in a wheelchair and pretend like she couldn't walk. And this went on for many of years. And she would wear a mask and hats and tell them that she was going to treatment, and they would raise thousands of dollars for her and her family. But actually, am I correct in saying she walks just fine?
Yeah.
She
just
walks
walk
up and
around
down
our
the
house.
stairs.
The stairs to our house, they go straight up.
And she walks up and down those just
Yeah,
fine.
I mean, if she would have fell down, I would have helped her up or something, but
Right.
she was walking. When I picked them up from the bus station, she was walking.
Yeah. So for years, they pretended like she couldn't walk and pretend like she was ill and
Just to collect benefits.
I'm not really sure why, but they would do, our community would do fundraisers for them.
Wow.
So that's something you're going to see in the media. Our sheriff just made a media announcement about that, because to let our families in our area were so concerned because these were supposedly really Christian people, and here they're missing, and then come to find out mom's dead, and then come to find out now Nick's the one that stabbed her, and so what's his cousin's name?
Oh, Ricky.
Ricky. Would I be able to speak with Ricky? Does he live around the area, or?
He lives in You know what, I'm
Okay,
telling you
quality.
right now, there's no way that, absolutely not with Ricky. He's like,
Do you think Ricky even knows anything about this at all?
no, absolutely not. Ricky's an angel.
Okay.
You know, he has a heart problem. He just goes to work and comes home. He's a great kid.
How old is he?
Him and Quinn, I'm talking about my younger son. Him and Nick are pretty close to the same age, but no, Ricky's an angel.
Okay.
Absolute angel.
Is there a phone number where I can call him?
Let me see if, oh my God, he's probably going to be in shock too. He's got to be on here.
I don't want to give him a heart attack if he has heart conditions, but...
414.
Uh-huh.
These are so bad. 336.
Okay.
It's right there.
8157. Okay. I may give him a call tonight and talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to console him because they are really close because they're both, you know.
Is that your side of the family or his dad's side of the
His
family?
dad's side.
Where does his dad live?
His dad lives in West Allis,
Can
which
you
is
spell
right
that for
outside
me?
of Milwaukee. West. And then Alice is Allis.
And what's his dad's name?
Bob.
And where did the Curry come in?
That is my maiden name.
Okay.
And his dad's last name is Godejohn, so...
Did he change it or?
You know, I don't know. When he was born, I gave him my name.
Okay.
So I don't know. What he did. I don't know.
Do you know if Godejohn's his legal name?
It very well might be. But all I know is that I don't think he changed it legally. On his birth certificate, it's my name.
Okay. Birth certificate's Curry?
Yep.
Curry?
How is he doing? I mean, is he like, I don't know, I mean,
He
I can
knows.
see him trying to hurt himself or something. Not just because he can't take pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Has he ever tried to hurt himself before?
No, but he gets really upset even when you have a normal conversation with him and there's like, you're trying to tell him something or scold him about something. He just can't take pressure.
And what does he do when
Just gets really huffy and puffy and like a kid would.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
He is, he knows what he's done is wrong.
Yeah.
He knows that, he says that he would have never hurt anyone if it wasn't for
This Gypsy.
Gypsy and his
Absolutely.
love for Gypsy. He says she wanted him to do it.
Oh my God.
But he's doing fine. He cried a lot today when I spoke with him briefly. I had to tell him about the warrants and stuff, and he cried a lot. Not necessarily about the charges. He's like, okay. He appears okay with that part of it, but the part that he's never going to get to see Gypsy again or you or whatever.
So she amazingly got in his head pretty well. Like,
So those things he's struggling with, you know.
Yeah.
I tried to explain to him everything I could. He took great comfort in knowing that I'll be where he's going
Yeah.
in Missouri because he says that way he could reach out and talk to someone,
Yeah.
and I will.
Absolutely.
I am a detective, I am law enforcement, but I also am a mom, and I have a
Yeah.
heart. And
appreciate
he's
that.
going to be there, and if he wishes to speak with me, he just fills out a little form. I explained all that to him, what he needs to do to talk to me.
okay.
And so I anticipate he'll probably do that once he gets there.
Okay.
I don't know, you know. It's just a horrible situation.
We were,
They came up with a story of how this happened. Or they came up with a story, but their story...
And we will cover their story on the next video. So make sure to come back to this channel, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so we can dig deeper into this. What do you guys think about Nick Godejohn's mother's interview? Was it insightful? Do you feel like she was truthful? In my opinion, I feel like she was very truthful. She was shocked. She was appalled. Initially, she didn't target Gypsy or blame Gypsy or try to, throw Gypsy under the bus. It was just a genuine reaction to me. A genuine, wholesome, hardworking mother who's just been plagued with horrible news. And I think that's really sad. And it draws into the point that I feel like the mother was caring enough for her son that she felt like Gypsy could come there and stay. and they would deal with it later. They were okay with Gypsy staying there, sleeping there, and didn't even know her, didn't even know they conspired to do this and did this to her mother, not even 72 hours before. So what would have stopped you from just walking out of that door? There was something deeper, something passionate, something that I don't think we've truly uncovered yet. We will keep touching on this topic, and we will keep touching on other topics, scandalous topics. Diddy, the Menendez brothers, Carly Gregg, my A to Z scandal series, guys. Let's drive these subscribers up. I want you guys to comment down below, like the video, share the video. Let's get the word out. Thank you guys so much. This has been Lindsay Unfiltered. Bye now.